We're down here at the Off-Road Expo in Salt Lake. Today's video, I have a little bit of working on the Willys, getting ready to go south. I'm going to have a winner for the drawing for the t-shirts for the weight of the Willys. And I also have a pretty big announcement, and it involves the guy in the background. Stick around.
Say hi, AV and Dave. He's the best, dude. I can see. No, it's just not gonna.
I was just driving my honky truck.
No, I was there to pick up my twin truck.
We can always do an old track over in the field. 500 laps. Fiber optic, man. The only video, well, I'm allowed to show the video. Show my finger.
I walk around.
That ain't going nowhere. Should be pretty stout. Welded, I said, inside and out. If you can see in there. I did get the back of it. Probably ripped the back of the truck off before that came loose from the frame. Alright, last time we were out wheeling, this transmission crossmember was hanging down. And it was finding everything. It's right in the wrong spot underneath the chassis of this truck. So where it finds literally every rock sticking up. It's catching on stuff. You can see it's all bent up right there. I actually had to hook some chains to it and bend it straight. It had actually bent up enough right here that the transmission was hitting the bottom of the tunnel on the cab. So I'm going to redesign the way this thing holds the transmission in there so it sits up under the flush and doesn't hang down so damn far. So what I'm going to do down here is I got some 2x4 It's 1/4 inch wall, so it's pretty stout. It should be able to withstand an impact pretty good without bending. But what I've done, that other transmission cross member where it bolted up right here, it actually hung down like 2.5, 3 inches. So it hung down and it was right where everything comes up underneath this and catches. It's almost at the midpoint. So it was catching almost everything as you slide over it or was driving over stuff sticking up. It just hung down too far. So what I've done is I've cut out some plates and bolted it to some angle iron and some more of that 2x4. I'm going to weld up inside the frame here. Once I get everything mocked into place, I'm going to mark where this 2x4 sits up inside that frame, and then I'm going to drill through it a bunch of like 2-inch holes on the back side of it so I can plug weld it into place. And then I can run some beads on the inside of it as well to help hold it in place. So it should be pretty stout. And then that way I can unbolt it here on both sides. I haven't quite got that side sitting in place yet. And then I can unbolt the middle of this, and then that cross member will fall down out of the way. And what I want to eventually do, I want to build a skid plate that bolts into this that protects everything underneath the bottom of here. That transmission, it does sit up in there a ways, but still, if I came down on a rock in the wrong spot, I'd poke a hole in that pan and do some damage. Same with the oil pan. So what I might run a skid, that front cross member back to this transmission cross member, just to help protect all those oil pans and transmission pans and stuff up underneath there. Eventually, I'm gonna have to do something different than this IFS front end, but for now, it's doing the job. Climb under here, show you guys what's going on. Oh, got him old man noises. Oh, there we go. All right. So I got the plug welds from the outside going in. Got some plug welds on the bottom going in. We welded both sides of the inside, front and back. Got the corners right here, and then it bolts right there. Runs across. Same thing on the other side, front and back, welded on the inside. Got the corners, plug welded the bottom of it, plug welded the outside. Then looking across, with a nice smooth profile, nothing hanging down past the bottom of the frame all the way along the bottom of the truck. Being 1/4 inch wall should be pretty damn stout. Should handle a lot more abuse than that. I think it was like 8-inch stamped and plug welded, spot welded piece that went across there before. So it definitely probably weighs about twice as much. high jack mount to go up on the headache rack. Build me some T-handles to tighten them down. Got some spacers in there to hold the two of them together so I can actually pack two of them on there. And then for the part that's going to go to the headache rack, I'm actually going to slide those up inside of it and plug weld them so they're extra strong. And I'll probably gusset up to the top of it. Show you guys the finished product when I'm done. It's coming along pretty good. Got the farm jack holders on there. Built some T-handles. And then they bolt to those posts that I welded to the headache bar. I still got to figure out what I'm going to do for gussets up in the corners. And see if I can talk to maybe one of my buddies that's got a plasma table and build some radiused corners. I have to get the cardboard aided design going and build some pieces. Maybe put a circle in them, I don't know. I want to mount some rear-facing lights down lower on that somewhere, but I guess I can mount them down here lower. I don't know, we'll have to figure it out, but for now, it's looking pretty good. I'd like to give a special thanks to Brandon over at Child's Play Fab for hooking it up with these trick plasma table gussets. Announce who won on the closest guess to the weight of the Willys. I got the official slip here. See, the number's the same as the one in the last video. Steer axle came in at 25.20. Drive axle came in at 20.20 with a grand total 45.40 pounds. So if I sift down through these comments here, it looks like the closest one was still 20 pounds away, was at yoke-gf5um. So I will figure out how to get a hold of you, see what size of t-shirts you want, and I will send you out a couple of t-shirts and some stickers. Congratulations. Thanks for leaving a comment. I appreciate the participation in this contest. Now I guess I need to get to that big announcement I told you about at the first of the video that involves Matt's off-road recovery. Sponsored by Yankum Ropes and brought to you by Matt's Off-Road Recovery. I have been graciously invited to participate in the off-road wrecker poll at the Off-Road Games in Sand Hollow, Utah. Please remember, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Also, check out some of my other adventures right here. Again, I'd like to thank Yankum Ropes and Matt's Off-Road Recovery for this opportunity to showcase what I've spent the last year and a half building. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Sand Hollow.